Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to another stream, everyone. Let me get some background music on for us as usual. A bit of ambiance. How are we doing? How are we doing? Great to see everyone. Obviously, we do have Saver Crypto back with us today as well.
Hello.
And hey, there he is. He's back. And yeah, welcome to everyone that's in the stream so far. Do make sure you smash a big like on the stream if you haven't already. Let's get that going. But yeah, we've got Mr. Jailbreak you in the chat. How are we doing? So pain or gain today? We'll have a look at that, mate. We'll have a look to see what might be in store. Steve-O, how are we doing? Let's go. Crypto Bro, how are we doing, mate? Great to see you. Great to see everyone else as well who's hiding in there in the audience but not commented yet. Do make sure you let us know who we've got in. It'd be great to see more people in the comment section. And go and drop this link somewhere. I'll tell you what, why don't you go and do that? Go and drop this link in a random group. Go and drop it in any group. I'm sure, Steve-O, you must be in loads of groups, mate. You must be in loads of Telegram groups, as probably for you, Crypto Bro. Go and drop the stream link in some random groups. It'll be absolutely legendary. Go and do it. I'll tell you what, Steve-O, why don't you go and drop it in the Bevo group? Go on. I've seen you typing in there before. I don't know how I got put in there. I don't know who added me, but I ended up in there somehow. So yeah, go and get it going. But yes, welcome back, everyone. We do obviously have a big day today. We've got, well, firstly, we've got Bitcoin pump quite well overnight. But of course, today we've got FOMC. So we'll look at the build up. We'll look at what stocks are doing leading into it. And yeah, we'll obviously discuss when we'll be going live tonight and then what's in store for that. So it should be great. OMG, people. yeah, imagine. But yeah, welcome back, everyone. Let me just fix my foot massage. But how are you doing, mate?
Me, I'm all right. Yeah, yeah. I'm a bit sort of what's the word? I'm not sad, but I saw an opportunity yesterday on Stonksy, and I set an order up, and I woke up this morning, and the order had filled, and I looked at it, and I thought, that's brilliant, that's a great entry. And then I realised that I'd only put like a fraction of the money in the trade that I meant to. So
right, okay.
So although I'm 13% up, I'm $6 in profit.
Right, okay. So how much of a percentage did you add in that you was meant to?
Well, nothing really. I can show you a bit later if you want, but
yeah, we'll get that up definitely.
It was well. I'll save it for a bit and we can talk about it later if you like. But basically, what I did was I didn't have it in the futures account. It was in the what you call it, funding account.
Right. So, okay. Yeah.
So I kind of forgot I had it there, which is a bit annoying. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that. We'll obviously have a look at where you got triggered on your trade, and then. Oh, go on, mate.
Well, what I was saying, it might be an interesting thing to look at, because you could see, with BLOFIN, like what you can do if you're already in a trade and you feel like you want to add some money to it somehow, like what's a good idea, what isn't a good idea, and what happens when you do that, So I thought it'd be quite good fun to look at that as well.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely, mate. Yeah, we'll for sure look at that. Dominic says, hi guys, hello Dominic, how you doing? At what time is the meeting? So the meeting is in a few hours. It is at, well, the rate decision comes out at 6 p.m. UTC time. So I don't know what time zone you're in, Dominic, or what, but yeah, 6 p.m. UTC. So we have a few hours. Obviously, we are streaming now, and then we'll go off stream, and then we'll be coming back on later on. So if you look on the Stonksy channel, there'll be a second stream scheduled for tonight. We'll go live before the rate decision. We'll then obviously watch the rate decision live, and then we will be watching the Powell press conference as well. So yeah, we'll watch what Powell's got to say, and then obviously his Q&A after it with the press. So yeah, be a good stream. But yeah, stick around for this one. Do make sure you stick around for this one, and yeah, make sure you come to the one tonight. That goes for everyone. Please do join. Steve-O says, done, mate, you're a legend. Everyone listens to Steve-O as well. We'll have about 100 people in here soon. Pellin says, in about 6 hours. Yeah, it's 6 p.m. UTC time. So whatever time zone you're in, just convert it to that. Let's hope for the best. Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see. Obviously got the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, that was, I expected to wake up to this gigaphone that we had tonight.
Ooh, your audio's gone funny, mate.
What?
Your audio went funny then.
Is it still okay?
That's all right now. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it did that yesterday for a moment as well. But obviously, yeah, when we was on stream yesterday, we had this swing of obviously these lows here, and then obviously price came back in. So while we was on stream, we were looking at this. Obviously, this was around about the yearly open as well. That price was holding, but from when I went to bed anyway, Bitcoin was making its way up, but I didn't expect it all the way back up here so soon today. I thought it would get a decent bounce back up to around about 95, 96. But when I woke up and saw it up here, I was like, wow, what a move. So yeah, that was a superb strength on Bitcoin. I think it tied in with some SPX strength as well, yeah. So obviously we had this SPX strength come in on this candle overnight. I think that this might be the opening of the Asian market, 11 o'clock our time, I think. But yeah, obviously then reciprocal across the market. We've got ETH up today, we've got SOL. We'll look at all them today. We'll run through some altcoins, and we'll obviously look at stocks as well. So yeah, big day, and we'll take a look at everything. But yeah, what are you thinking, mate? Where do you think we're going from here?
Oh, I don't know. I think to be honest, during the day, I think we'll might grind up a bit more. I'm mainly saying that because Stonks is green on the 1 hour, and it's also there's some really good 6 minute stuff that I want to show you as well later.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm expecting. And then when it comes to the meeting, God knows. What I was going to say, by the way, Steve in the UK, well done for dropping the link wherever you dropped it. For anyone who's got Stonksy, if you've got you've all got access to the affiliate program as well. So I was thinking this when we have the Bring a Friend Day, which is normally Friday, it's get people signing up with your affiliate link. You'll get a little kickback from that, and then they can join the club, and then that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, so what was the question? What we're doing? So yeah, later on today. I don't know. I mean, the suspected thing is that there'll be, was it no change? I think that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we can pull it up here. So it's a 95.6% probability that there's going to be no change, and then a very tiny, obviously not completely ruled out, but 4.4% probability of a 25 basis point cut.
Okay. So it's only going to be the talks afterwards. That's just where people ask Jerome Powell various things, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
So there's no Orange Man speeches today, or is there?
Nope. No, shouldn't. Well, Orange Man, Orange Man is not speaking today, but there is something. Maybe it was posted on his. I don't know. I don't know whether it's posted on his Twitter or not, or whether he just said it at something yesterday, but apparently he said that there's a big announcement coming from him and obviously his administration Thursday, Friday, or Monday. So kind of leaves a big window. But apparently there's a big announcement of something, I don't know what, on Thursday, Friday, or Monday. So what that is, we obviously don't know. But yeah, solely on today, we shouldn't have any Orange Man interference unless... I do think probably he'll have something to say after Powell's done his conference, because obviously Trump wants, cuts to come in, and I'm guessing, if we're going off the probability here, Powell is not really going to say too much different to what we already know, in the fact that he's going to say, they'll continue to monitor economic data, blah, 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 and when they see fit to change direction, they'll do it. Which I'm guessing Trump will come out and just call him an idiot and all stuff that he's already called him, because Trump wants obviously cuts and Powell's not willing to cut until they see fit. So maybe we'll get some comments on Twitter and or whatever afterwards. But I don't think he's due to speak today. But yeah, apparently there is some sort of announcement coming at some point from them. I don't know what it's going to be. I mean, is it going to be the war? Is it going to be to do with, maybe tax relief that they were talking about? Is it going to be to do with something else? I really don't know. The tariffs, maybe. But...
Yeah. But by the way, the reason I called him the Orange Man, right, is because I was watching someone else's video on YouTube, and he was saying that every time he mentions his name, the amount of exposure his video gets drops massively. So I think we should try that one day. Unfortunately, you've mentioned it 3 times now, so
yeah.
But I reckon one time we should actually try that on the stream, actually just not mention his actual TRUMP name, and see if it makes a difference, because obviously we want more people here, and the more the better, isn't it?
Absolutely. Reggie Man says up only. We've had a couple of Bevo people come in. Web3 Tomo, buy some Bevo. You buy some Bevo and send it me. Reggie Man says up only. You know the rules. You know the rules. Dinner, yeah. But yeah, Reggie Man says unless Trump starts tightening the screws on Powell, he can't. Trump can't do anything to Powell. That's the thing. He wishes he could, but he can't. He's not got actually any rule over Powell. Powell's elected, just like Trump, to be the chairman of the Fed.
Yeah.
So Trump, unless he can kind of ignite some special measures, but I don't know if he can without good reason. But Powell actually hasn't really got any control. Trump hasn't got any control over Powell. Powell is his own kind of separate entity. So, yeah, from my understanding, there's really little wiggle room on what Trump can actually do, unless there is some sort of loophole where. But I don't think he could do it without good reason. I think Powell would have had to do something where Trump can go, okay, he's like kind of putting national security at risk or whatever, where really he can't just say, I'm going to do this because he refuses to listen to me. They are kind of separate entities. Everyone loves Bevo in the chat, so yeah, big up Bevo. But yes, good afternoon, Gold Sniper. Just seeing you come in as well. Legend. Do make sure you've all dropped a like on the stream as well. I want to see them big likes coming in. make sure you take a second. It only takes a second. Go and drop a like and make sure you subscribe as well. Now, anyway, so we didn't actually get anything on Bitcoin too much, but I did see today we got that lovely 5-minute indication again coming on ETH with the double confirmation on the 5-minute, which was very, very nice. Obviously, ETH has suffered. We got a lovely bearish one as well before. Well, obviously when the drop came, but in terms of strength, ETH kind of fell off again in comparison to Bitcoin. But it's good to see it got that pump back up to where Bitcoin was following as well. But yeah, we got a lovely little kind of double move on ETH. Red background, red arrow, bang to the downside, and then green background, green arrow. We dropped a little bit, but then just turbo mode to the upside, wasn't it? Within like an hour or two. So that's lovely to see on ETH, smashing performance there, and we are actually looks like we are going up again on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I'm very interested to see what happens here. I think so. I was looking at it just then as we were discussing. This wick that we got, was that today? Yeah, earlier today. Obviously, we haven't. Well, this is on Binance, so this is the Binance chart, but we haven't swept any of these two wicks as of now. So there will still be liquidity hiding above here and here. However, if we do actually go to say the 1 day, you could actually argue we've got plenty of room to run to till we hit this kind of wick here, which would offer obviously a big liquidity sweep, but that's all the way up pretty much just shy of 100k. So yeah, I mean, we'll just keep an eye on it. But yeah, Bitcoin is looking like it's gonna go and try and test the highs of earlier today.
So the burning question I have for you is, are you still in your short?
No, I'm not. No.
Good.
No, I'm not. I was following it a little bit in profit with the stop loss, and
Okay.
yeah, I ended up getting took out. So I'd still escape with profit, but not full profit. But yeah, it's lucky I did that. Well, to be honest, from where it's at now, I would be kind of all right, but it would have been a shame to retrace all the profit. But yeah, I didn't get out with as much as I could have, that's for sure.
Okay.
But we go again. But to be honest, I am kind of favouring that. Maybe we do get that run towards 100k, and then from then on, we're not really that far from all-time high, are we? I mean, look at Cato today. So, look at that. Oh, it's as good as it comes, isn't it? That's on the 5-minute chart. It's funny as well because I seen someone on my timeline yesterday say Cato's due for a scam pump, and then bloody next day it's up 33%. So yeah, I mean that's stunning. Again on the 5-minute. For those of you that don't use this, I mean the 5-minute. If we go and have a look on the settings, sensitivity 8 on the arrows, confirmation period 1, then obviously whack it on the 5-minute chart. And it's been kind of a little bit tricky recently because of the chop we've been getting. But when you get some kind of lower time frame trend, it works absolute wonders up and down this 5-minute double confirmation. And we see it there again with Cato, 5-minute bang, bang. There we go. Up 33%. How much higher it goes, I don't know, because obviously this was one of them ones that had a big airdrop, didn't it? But yeah, that's a superb move. You cannot complain at all with capturing something like that, can you? Yeah. We've got a couple of up as well on the watch list that I can see notable. We've got Stacks. Again, another one. This 5-minute caught it lovely. Obviously, this one came out of it in the end for 1 or 2 candles, but then got back green and then caught the rest of the move. So that's up 9% today. Then we've got a couple up around, a handful of percent. But still not getting any kind of sizable moves across the market. Unless, there's some tickers that we haven't got on here that we could go and look at in the top 100 that are moving quite well. I mean, we could go and we'll cover some memes as well. We'll go and have a look at Fartcoin and all that all that business that everyone is obsessed with recently. Airdrop, that's why. Yeah, I mean, big move, innit? Big move. Yeah. Don't chew on fundamentals and swallow hard. Trump is digging up dirt on him. On Powell. I don't know, I don't know. It kind of just like reminds me a bit of sour grapes. Like he's just kind of annoyed that he won't listen to him, but he's kind of not got any reason to listen to him. So Reggie Man loves OM. I don't think you do. I think I really do, unless it's pumped wildly. No, I think you really hate OM. Is what I would say.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get a tattoo, are you?
Yeah, I think OM's kind of like your arch nemesis, isn't it? It's kind of like your arch nemesis, OM. Well, we've got John Browning. How we doing, mate? Great to see you. Thank you for joining, John. We've got Wiz. Yeah, that's right. And then a bunch of. I don't know, Crypto Bro. I have no idea, mate, with what's going on with it. Not sure at all. But what else have we got? We've got Sol. Again, Sol's really kind of struggling to move. If we zoom out, it was the first one to really get going. If we go on a 1 hour chart, it was really the first one to get going across this move when, we just got the mad pump. And then it kind of failed to then gather any sort of momentum after that. But we have got some, suppose, if you wanted to kind of draw some kind of like flag or channel or whatever, we do have this kind of coming out. So whether this leads to upside expansion or what, I'm not too sure. But yeah, Sol kind of just still trading in this channel, if you like that. And then yeah, I've not really noticed anything else. Anything else caught your eye, mate? Or
not exactly, but I was quite pleased with some of my spot bags. Not that I've got many, but Borg, Swiss Borg's token went up 3% last night. CRO's getting it's not actually an ETF, it's something like an ETP or something.
An exchange traded product.
Yeah, something like that. And so that's gone up a little bit as well, and I've got a lot of that as well.
Okay, well, we'll definitely have a look at that.
I mean, in both those cases, it's actually they're cryptos that I've got for a reason. Like I've got the Swiss Borg because I've got it staked to get a certain level of Swiss Borg. Like a premium tier, and with CRO, well, same thing really. So I've got one of their cards. So it's not like I'm going to sell it at any point, but it's always nice to see that it's actually worth more than I paid for it, back in 2020, 2020, I think it was, with both of those actually, when I bought the big bags.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's nice because it's with both of those, it's been up and down, so it's back to 2020 levels now, which is all right. That's fine.
Absolutely. Sean says, afternoon, fellas. Afternoon to you, mate. Thank you for joining again. We selling in May on going away. I suppose it depends on what your outlook is, doesn't it? I suppose it depends on what happens in May too. It's really tricky to say. I mean, yeah, what happens in the middle of May? I mean, we've still got, another good just over 3 weeks of May to go, and it's not looking so bad at all, is it? I mean, obviously, what the Bitcoin price looks like in another 10 days or so will be, maybe give a bit of an indication on what's going to happen. But I really don't know. I mean, we went through, obviously, me and Save, we went through that sell in May and go away. And really, it just depends on what stage of the market it's in, really. I mean, is it in bull or bear mode? And at the moment, I don't think we can really tell if it's in bull or bear mode. I mean, I think I've still actually got that. Yeah, when we did it, I've actually still got all that marked out. And kind of like at this point here, I really think it's hard to tell whether we are still in, maybe just kind of slow expansion for higher, or is this kind of like a complacency area or what? I think it's hard to tell. So, I mean, we will only kind of tell towards the end of the year. It's going to be quite delayed in it on whether we should have sold or not. But
yeah, so that was May the 1st we did that, wasn't it?
Yes.
So what was the price then? Hang on, let me have a look.
It was either May the 1st or maybe it was the last day of April. I can't remember.
It's one of those, wasn't it?
Yeah. Easy Kev, how we doing? Big up, Kev. Great to see you, mate. Yeah, it was either the last day of April or the start of May. I can't remember which one it was. I've got actually a feeling it may have been the last day in April.
Okay. Well, bearing that in mind, the price then was, around like 94.4, that kind of thing. So, even now we're up $2,000 from there, and nearly 3,000 actually.
Yeah. Absolutely right. I was just taking my screen off because I was loading up the YouTube, and we've got 32 people watching, only 7 likes. I am disgusted. I'm disgusted and disappointed. Everyone, make sure you take a second to come and like the stream, please. Let's get these numbers up. Come on. Take a second to go and like the stream, and then we will be carrying on. Oh, we've got some people dropping love hearts in the chat as well.
Oh,
Big
that's
up to
nice.
you people. But yeah, let's get these likes over 20 at least. Take a second. Literally just takes 2 seconds to scroll down, hit like, and then bang, we'll carry on. We have 34 people watching and 10 likes, so let's get these likes up.
Okay, cool. Actually, when you were talking about altcoins, was a bit of a thing I did earlier on, because I made a video for the stream, not for the stream, for the channel.
Yeah.
And what I was doing, I was experimenting with what you were talking about the other day with the 6-minute time frame.
Mm-hmm.
And I can show you that if you want. Do you want me to?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Hang on, let me just get my chart up, because I've got the just make sure there's nothing incriminating.
How many likes are we on? 13. Big up to the people that have liked so far, but come on, there's still another 21 people watching that haven't liked. So please do go and drop a like. 37 now. And make sure you subscribe as well if you happen to be new and this is the first time you're watching the stream. Do make sure you subscribe. We are live every single day. Come and join us. But yeah, subscribe so you get an alert, and obviously you get to watch all the videos that we post as well.
Right. Hang on,
yeah, it seems like we're stuck on 13 likes, so people are being a bit stubborn on not wanting to like our stream, which is
that's quite mean,
sad.
Isn't it?
Sad, yeah, it's sad. And do remember, of course, you can get 20% off your first month of Stonksy with code BOT20. So yeah, come and grab yourself 20% off. Second link in the description. The code is there as well. You pop it in at checkout on a monthly plan, and you get access to the indicator, the Discord server, and the trading bots that we run on BLOFIN, all within the plan. So yeah, do take advantage of that and get yourself 20% off today.
So what I was looking at was this was something you mentioned the other day. I think you were mentioning the fact that sometimes you see things on the 6-minute that you don't necessarily see on the 5-minute chart. So I was looking at Bitcoin with the 6-minute chart, and that actually went green at about 6:30 last night UK time. Yeah. We got the confirmation shortly after, right? And how brilliant has that been? That's been really good, hasn't it?
Okay. Yeah, that's fantastic. Look at that.
And also, you see where that flag is there, where it says long. That's when it went green on the 1 hour time frame. So normally that would be the sort of thing I'd be looking out for, but that was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was asleep then. So this here, the 6-minute, and then you see the green arrow there. That's brilliant. Okay, so it got me thinking, should I look at some altcoins? And what I did, I went over to the the Crypto Saving Expert Discord, and I looked at some of the charts that the Block Pro was talking about. Block Pro is a trader over there who's brilliant. He does live events on the Discord, and also he does just a lot of stuff in there, and he's an amazing trader. And these are some. Well, basically, I put 9 coins that he was talking about in this little section here of my watch list, and out of these 9, 6 of them are rather interesting, I must admit. So you got like AVAX, right? So AVAX went green I mean, bear in mind, he was talking about the charts at like midday yesterday, you know. So if you were in Crypto Saving Expert, you know, you'd have seen his charts and you thought, okay, these are coins that might be worth looking at. And he put some charts there as well, you know, with various levels and stuff. But the 6 minute went green at like 6 or 7 o'clock last night, got the confirmation shortly afterwards. Okay, AVAX did dump down a little bit, but then look, it went right up there. So that was really good. That's like a 1% move that you could have traded. Dot did something similar. I mean, Dot's up now from the entry point there. Okay, that went up nicely, and that one happened at about 5:36 last night.
Yeah.
Link was. I mean, I wouldn't even think of Link, but that was like same kind of time, 7:30. Got the green triangle there shortly after getting the green background, and up it went. Say did the same thing. Now the thing is with these, is what I've noticed with Stonksy, right, is quite often if you're looking at a time frame that's working quite well with an asset, and you miss the entry, so you know it went green there, and maybe you're out or for some reason you weren't looking at the charts, but it went green, and then you find out there's a green arrow as well, and you think, oh God, I've missed it, you know. So you know, obviously you don't want to chase at that point, really, although it would have been okay, to be honest. What I've found is if you actually put a limit order at pretty much the level that it entered the green, so it's about there, at some point it normally comes back to there, so that would have come back to there anyway, and then you'd be up here now. So that would have been a really nice trade. This one here that I've never heard of, Stargate Finance, that one as well entered there at
I don't think I've ever heard of that one either.
No, I don't know where he gets them from, really, but yeah, I mean that was in the night, but nevertheless, you know, went green then, got the confirmation then, and up it went. Celestia Tia. Okay, this one like dumped a little bit first, but then, you know, once again, if you'd have put your entry here somewhere, even if you'd have done that this morning, you had plenty of opportunities to, and now you'd be up. You know, you'd be up like it's something like 0.7%, but obviously with a bit of leverage, you know, you could be in the gains now. So what I was thinking was, you know, this seems like quite a sound strategy to sort of to make a, you know, small but, you know, fairly reliable gains. You know, so it's almost worth looking at a bunch of altcoins that aren't on the green yet, or maybe are on the green but they haven't got the green triangle, and then setting an order, or rather waiting until you got the green arrow, setting an order kind of at the price that it entered the green background, and then seeing what they do, you know. And I think that's I mean, it's so good. It's like, I don't know, it's brilliant. A brilliant reason to have Stonksy anyway.
Yeah, I think that 6 minute time frame is something that we should start looking at more, because I need to just kind of get it pinned and add like the time for it, the actual 6 minute onto my trading view, because obviously I just have the standard time frames. Yeah,
we just come up here and go to add custom interval, and
then I've just done it then, so I've just added that.
Because what I've found is you know, definitely from when you started talking about the 5 minute, I thought, yeah, he's got a thing there. But sometimes you see stuff where it's still on the no trade, you know, the black or, well, no color background, and you see it go. Well, you see the little green arrow appear, and you think, oh, okay, but I'm not that sure because it's not really a green background. And quite often, if you put it on the 6 minute, you think, oh, it's actually been there since yesterday or whatever, you know. And so I don't know. It's certainly one that I'm going to look at, and I also like the idea of looking at time frames that maybe everyone else isn't looking at as well.
Yeah, interesting for sure. But yeah, we'll definitely have a look at the 6 minute more often on stream alongside the 5 minute. Because I do remember when Dean said about the back test that he done with the 6 and the 5 with that double confirmation. So it's definitely worth us covering. Here's your old favourite, E-Gold. The old favourite.
Who said that? I know, just looking at my thing.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's in theory this should be amazing.
Yeah.
I mean they've got some. Oh, there was some news about it. What was it?
Well, they had that one, didn't they, where they'd partnered with, well, Export had partnered with Sui. That was a few weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's had more since.
Yeah, but I think with my plan with this is, if it goes back to, I don't know, $50 or something like that, I'm just going to sell it and buy Swissborg with it or something. Something that is going to benefit me anyway. Regardless of if it goes up in value or not.
Yeah.
Might even buy some CRO. You never know.
Yeah, add it to the pile.
Yeah. Well, CRO's got a thing at the moment where they've increased the amount of percentage cashback you get on the cards, but what you have to do is you have to unstake your CRO, then restake it.
Right.
And the problem I've got is because I staked originally back in 2020. In those days, you actually only had to stake 100,000 CRO, which for me was about €6,000. So that's what I staked then, and that got me the kind of rose gold card level, which is like it was the penultimate level of cards sort of thing. So that's been quite good. You get like 3% cash back. But now with that, if I was to restake it, I would get 5% cash back. The only thing is now you have to stake 30,000 quid's worth of CRO.
Yeah.
Which I haven't got because my CRO is worth about $7,000, I think now.
Yeah.
However, if the price of CRO, hang on, let's have a look at it. If the price of CRO was to go back to something like 40 cents, which is quite feasible, because it's had a good run last night, hasn't it? But I mean, it has been like nearly at $1. This has in the past. It's nice. Well, it's typical altcoin chart, isn't it? But but maybe that's the exchange it's on. But yeah, in the past though, this has been up near $1 or so. So obviously it's down a hell of a lot because it's only like 9 cents at the moment. But if that goes back to 40 cents, then I will actually have enough CRO. So at that point, I could just sort of unstake it, restake it, and then get the 5% on the card. Whether I'd want to actually lock it up at that point in time or just sell it and take the money, I don't know. But I'll decide when we get there, if we get there. But it's an interesting one. I mean, it's a funny, I don't know. It like I've said before, it's the only kind of like crypto project that I actually use day in, day out. I use the card and I just use the card really, but that's it really. And I do get cash back as CRO, and I stake that and get a percentage on that as well. So whereas a lot of the other things I just don't use. I might have a little bag of it just to hang on to and stare at. So, yeah. But yeah, no, it's an interesting one. But yeah. So I think. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to hang on to my e-gold if it goes up in value. I don't think I will, to be honest. I think I'll sell it and I'll either buy something else or I'll just swap it into Bitcoin and trade with the Bitcoin, or maybe I don't know.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan. Anyway, we've got Justin in the chat saying, "Yo, how are we on FOMC day?" Hello, mate. How we doing? Great to see you. Thank you for joining the stream. Rick Mendez. Hello, Rick. Haven't seen you in a while, I don't think. Says they will put the card prices up. They did it last year. And James says, I managed to make a stream. Whoop. I know I haven't. You don't really get to join too many now, do you, mate? But it's great to see you. Great to see you, Baldy McGinge. How are we doing? For obviously everyone who's in the Discord will know him as Baldy McGinge.
All right. I need to make a list of people and their pseudonyms actually, because
we've got a few that go by. We got obviously Jeff as well, absolute legend Jeff, but comes in the stream as Stella. I still really don't know what that's about, but yeah, doesn't really matter. But yeah, welcome James, Rick Mendez, Justin. thought you were talking about the one in the garden. Talking about the one in the garden. What, a stream? Who puts a stream in the garden? You normally have a pond, don't you?
I used to have a stream. I used to have a stream in my garden in France.
Did you?
Yeah, little irrigation canal thing. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, there you go. If you have a stream in your garden, then wait. So where did it come from? No, like, what was it? Just coming down the mountain or something?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because I was in the Alps, and so down the main road through the valley, there's like a big like man-made canal, and then there's like little things coming off like further down to the houses and stuff, and it'd been there for like hundreds of years, sort of thing, and it was just meant for like watering your garden and stuff, and it was
right, okay.
It's quite nice, really, and and people used to do all sorts of things where you put like a hose in and then have it so it would like water your flowers all the time or whatever, And people used to have these allotments where they'd have amazing stuff. The guy next door, he had like an endless supply of like lettuce and aubergines and all sorts of things, It's brilliant, it was.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. I didn't realise that. But yeah, there we go. Reggie Man says rich folk have streams in the garden. We've got.
I actually know a guy who lives in like this little posh village in Essex, and he's actually got, as you drive into his house, right, it looks like you're going to a I don't know, it looks like you're going to sort of some stately home or something. So you sort of drive into his driveway, it's got big sort of wooden gates there, and then you go up this road, you actually go over a little humpback bridge going over a river. and then his house is just beyond there. Yeah, we call him Posh Pete because he's quite posh actually. And
he sounds it. Yeah, he sounds quite posh actually.
Well, he's one of these guys who had a proper city job, but he used to commute every day from. I think he used to drive to like Braintree station and then get like the slowest line ever into London Paddington and then go to the city. He did that every day, and that's a horrible journey, that is, because the train is so bad.
I bet, yeah. I bet it takes a few hours out your day as well.
You're
probably leaving early, getting back late.
Yeah.
We got James saying homeschooling, looking after kids while partner is in America, working full time and trying to get in the mood for Arsenal semi-final this evening. Well, unfortunately for you, mate, you're gonna have your whole day ruined because Arsenal are gonna get beat tonight. So yeah, I hope you've got a great day. I mean, it sounds like you got your hands full, mate. But I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. But you're not going to enjoy tonight, unfortunately. So yeah, sorry to tell you. Oh, we got your mate in. We got Seedy Cherry Tree. How are we doing? The legend, Seedy.
Oh, brilliant.
Seedy says hello. Just tuning in a little before work. So there we go. We got Mr. Seed in.
Wow, that must be early for him.
Yeah, I bet.
He's in the States. I got a phone call from actually it was a friend. She used to be my wife's best friend, and her and her husband have been living in San Diego, California for the last 33 years, and they're moving back to the UK because of the Orange Man.
Oh, right, okay.
Anyway,
yeah, I find it very interesting that people have such especially I think it's more of like a US thing, but they really kind of have hatred for the opposite political party, don't they?
Yeah.
Where here it's kind of like, you might have a moan or like a dislike and stuff like that, but in saying that, actually, no, that's not true at all. People are definitely leaving the UK because of Starmer and Labour. So I suppose it's kind of the same thing. Maybe I don't know.
Well, it is, but I think what happens here is is most people think both sides or all sides are terrible, but one's worse than the other.
Yeah, maybe.
Whereas it seems in the States, a lot of people think the sun shines out of his derriere.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure. I could imagine it actually doing that. Reggie Man says if OM goes back to $1, then he'll build a stream in his garden.
Nice.
Very nice, mate. Very nice. And we've got Brucey. everyone's favorite Australian. How we doing, mate? And Justin says Kia is a full blown, and I don't think we can read out exactly what he meant by that, but we can definitely imagine what you mean by that. Right, I tell you what, it is nearly 10 to 2, so we'll get the poll going. We've got 23 likes on 39 viewers. That's a great effort, actually. Thank you very much for everyone who's gone and liked the stream off their own back. For those 16 people that haven't liked the stream, please do go and drop a like on the stream. It only takes a minute and does obviously help us out massively in getting the algorithm in our favor. So, yeah, if you could take a second to do that, please do. And I will get the poll going now. For if you think where we're going to go on US Open, we'll also obviously do one of these polls tonight for FOMC.
That's going to be difficult. How are you going to word it?
We're just going to say up or down by the time Powell starts speaking. We'll just do that. Something like that, yeah. Dave, did you know I lived in San Diego for 7 years? I didn't, Steve-O, no. I didn't, but now I do. Thank you very much for that information. I didn't know that, but now I do. So, yeah, there we go. San Diego?
So back in those days, were you called Steve in the US?
Yes, I think he was. I think he was called just Steve in his homeland. Steve in his homeland. If Bevo goes to... Everyone's obsessed with Bevo. Everyone's obsessed. Even you, James. I didn't have you down as a Bevoist. But there you are, Baldy McGinge, full of surprises. But yeah, I didn't know that you lived in San Diego, Steve-O. Anything else you want to share with the group? Do get it off your chest. If anyone else has got anything they want to share with the group, feel free. But yeah, we've got it kind of looking at an interesting point, isn't it? Bitcoin and ETH. Are they going to kind of hold steady and, you know, kind of maybe just chop around a bit into FOMC?
I don't know.
What? Do apologise about that, Jon.
If you like, I'll show you this BLOFIN trade. This is like ridiculous.
Let's get it going.
Well, so this is the one where I basically missed the pump there, but then, you know, when it was up here, I was kind of like, you know, midnight. I was just off to bed, and I thought, what I'll do, I'll set a limit order at the price it went green. You know, Stonksy went green on the 1 hour, which was here, and like, yeah, that would have been brilliant, wouldn't it? You know, it came down here, you know, filled my order, up we went, and then I looked at the trade this morning, and I thought, that's not as big as I thought it would be. It was like, you know, $5 profit, and it's because I was only trading with like $46 margin, you know. So I was thinking, well, I've got plenty of money in there, but what it was all in the funding account and not in the futures account. So what I'd done, I must have been half asleep. I just kind of, you know, set the order here, and I whacked over the percentage thing. So I thought I'll just go fairly large, because I wasn't really expecting it to fail, to be honest, you know. And that's why I was delighted when I woke up and saw it up here, you know. And yeah, unfortunately, I was trading with $44 rather than 2,000. So what I've done now, I've set a slightly smaller order. Well, it's smaller than what I've got at here where we entered. But I'm not expecting that to fill now, because I think we're past that. But I might leave it there for the FOMC tonight and see if I can get it filled somehow.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it's worth taking advantage of, like, you know, get the whipsaw stuff, don't you, when it goes up and then down or down then up.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
It'd be great to catch one of those, wouldn't it? On one side.
So out of interest, how much P&L would you be on? I know it's probably not a nice thought, but how much P&L would you be on if you would have got your whole order filled?
Well, it'd be 13% of $2,000, wouldn't it? So it'd be like...
so it'd be about 260, something like that, yeah.
No, it's more than that, isn't it? Because... $2,000. If it was 10%, it'd be. Oh no, you're right. Yeah,
$260. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is it's not bad at all for, you know, a trade that's only been open a day. So I'm interested, actually, because obviously we didn't stream on Monday, and then obviously Tuesdays, you have your thing on, so you don't come on Tuesdays. But the trades that you had open last week, have you closed all them now? Are they all done?
Yeah, there was no, I haven't actually. The one that I'd opened from 88k, no 86k, that's still open, and I'm not going to touch that because I want to keep that open until I get to until it gets, I don't know, see where we go, But like, I don't really want to go. I don't want to touch that unless I have to until it's over 100k. I am tempted with that one to maybe take a little bit of profit because I've noticed the fees have racked up to about $40 now.
Right.
So I kind of feel like I ought to cover that, just by taking $100 of profit or something. So I might do that. I'm not sure. Then I had the other one that I was fiddling with. That one actually closed this morning because I set a stop loss. Sorry, I set a trailing stop loss, and that actually hit this morning when it went up and then came down again. So that one closed with I can't remember now. I think it was well over $1,000 profit. So I'm happy with that as well. But that one I'm looking for a new position with as well. So maybe I'll trade that tonight. But it's this BLOFIN one that I'm interested in because I do want to do something with this $2,000 that's sitting there pretty much.
But I suppose the question on everyone's lips is: are you going to go and buy your MacBook?
I we'll see. we'll see. There's a few things up in the air about my finances. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Very nice, very nice. Well, I mean, the thing is, where you got in that trade, it was pretty much bang on, wasn't it? Where you had your entry.
This one here.
Yeah, couldn't have really been much better. It's just a shame of obviously the margin that you had on it.
Yeah, well, the way it could have been better was if I'd have looked at the 5-minute and got in down here at what time was it? It was about 6. It was about then, wasn't it? About 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
If I'd have looked for that 5-minute and then seen the confirmation on Stonksy at that point, then what would that be? That would be, to where we are now. That would have been 2.52%. I'm on 20x leverage, so that would have been 40%. If I'd have done 40% with me $2,000, that would have been what's that? $800 Smart? Is that right? No, it's more than that. Yeah, no, it's
800. Yeah.
So that would have been better. So I made a few mistakes there not mistakes really, but I should have been looking at the 5-minute or 6-minute rather. Should have been looking at the 6-minute, and I mean, maybe I might do a thing in the future where I'm looking at the 6-minute. At that point I'll sort of go in with like a chunk of the money, and then if I see the background go green on the 1 hour, I'll chuck the rest in, when I'm already nicely in profit. And that would have been good. But really my only options here are just to wait for it to come back, I think, really, or see what happens.
Well, James is warning you, saying don't do it, stick to Windows. So James, I'm guessing is anti-Apple. James,
I used to be a Windows man, and I used to sort of laugh at Mac people, and then I bought one. I mean, this was like years ago, but like I bought one, I realized you can just turn it on and get on with your work, whereas with a Windows computer you turn it on and you have to fix it before you can do any work. And I don't know, it might be different these days, but you have all them bloody updates and stuff it wants to do all the time, and also people write nasty viruses for Windows. I mean, I know they do for Macs, but I've never come across one. But so there's that as well. I don't know. I think you can't really persuade anyone, can you? I mean, my brother was asking me about a new laptop, and he was saying, should I buy a Microsoft Surface or something? And I said, I really don't know, because I've been using Macs for years now. And he was almost going to buy one, and bearing in mind he's got an iPhone and he's got an iPad, and he bought a Microsoft Surface.
Right, yeah. So I've never really used Windows at all. I've always been Apple, really. But I suppose there's positives and negatives to both of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
But I just kind of like how everything's synced. Everything's easily synced. Your phone, it's kind of synced to your MacBook in it, and you know, if you've got an iPad, it's all synced together. So I kind of just like how you can just still pull up pretty much anything that's on one on the other one. It's just so easy. But Reggie, man, no one is gonna try and be your wingman on that. I don't think, mate. I don't know. Saying go long on OM. Where is OM? I know. Obviously, yesterday when we was on stream, it was around 39 cents. But yeah, I know Justin was obviously saying he was looking at it from lower, but I don't think it's towards his levels yet. So maybe more patience for Reggie, man. It feels like you've been in this trade for ages, mate. How long have you been in this trade now? It must be a couple of weeks. It must be a couple of weeks now. And Rick Mendez says Apple is so much better. So yeah, there we go. We've got a bit of Windows versus Apple in the chat. A bit of battling going on.
That's, in my experience, you can't persuade someone otherwise. You know. Yeah, I mean, this OM chart isn't the best chart I've ever seen in my life. Yeah,
it's kind of it's a bit. I suppose it's a bit of just like a high risk one, and it's like pretty much like a gamble. Where is it? Let me see on mine. So it's at 38 cents and a half. Yeah, it's not brilliant, but I suppose you never know with these things, do you? You never know. But Cato's having a good old push. I think that must be today's top gainer inside the top 100, maybe. That Cato. Let's see, what is MicroStrategy? Oh, so MicroStrategy is up quite big pre-market. It's up $10 pre-market to $395. Obviously on the back of Bitcoin's move, I'm guessing. I am fascinated to kind of see just how much money he is able to raise this year.
Yeah. It's going to go bang, though, isn't it, at one point?
I don't know. It's because obviously we did that segment, didn't we, on Friday, looking at it, asking Rocket. Wait, they made a good video of that. Let me go and see how many views that video got, actually. Let me check.
See, look how brilliant this Cato thing would have been, you know, sort of. I think you already looked at that, yeah, but, you know, you had this green background, green arrow, and then up you went.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, we got 128 views on that at the moment. I thought it might have really caught on a little bit more than it did.
Yeah. Actually, there's an interesting one, because that Cato one, on the 5 minute, that's looking like that. And then on the 6 minute, it doesn't look like that. So, yeah, I think maybe we should get in the habit of flicking between the 5 and 6 and just seeing what we can see.
Yeah, I think so.
And
I think that will definitely be beneficial.
Yeah.
Reggie Man says 15th of April. I've lived myself until. Mate, it's not good, that. It's nearly a month, innit? It's nearly a month. Have you got much percentage of your margin in it? Because, I mean, I suppose it's not very comfortable at all.
How many percentage of your life savings is it?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, it's not really a comfortable situation at all, is it? I've been in a few of them personally, when you kind of just refuse to close it, and then suddenly like a small loss at first then turns into a really big one, and you're like, if I could go back and take that small loss now, I would. you do anything to get out of it.
Yeah, there's a name for that, isn't it? What's it called? It's called it's something fallacy. What's it called?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I only know because someone was arguing with me about something else the other day, and I thought, what are they on about?
Yeah,
and, it was quite strange because they were Greek and they were like translating from Greek and came out with this phrase, and I thought that's quite an elaborate word for, like, you know, for a Greek person.
Yeah,
or elaborate phrase actually. But
when Force has got it, it says sunken cost fallacy.
That's it. Yeah.
Enforced there comes in the shadows. I haven't seen Enforced comment at all today, and then here he comes in from the shadows, just bang. This is what it is.
I
It's
hope
when
it
you put
wasn't.
a lot of money into something and you are under and still keep it. Right, okay.
Yeah, sounds like Regiman.
Yeah. Nick K, how we doing? Great to see you back today, mate. Nick K, thank you very much for joining us again. Yeah, Reggie Man's got sunken cost fallacy. He's in deep. But we have half an hour until US Open. We have 22 votes on the poll. 64% of people thinking we're going up on US Open, and I can't very what's the word? Not comfortably. I can't think of the word, but very pleased to report that we have 29 viewers and 30 likes. So fortunately for us, we've had more people like the stream than currently viewers that we've got now. So that is a massive amount of likes. That maybe is one of the most liked streams we've had in a while. So big up to the people who's liked the stream. You're all absolute legends. But yeah, maybe we should go and have a look at a couple of charts.
Okay.
What do you think, mate?
Yeah, do you want to take the wheel?
Oh, yeah, I can grab it back. Let's go and check out. Should we check out the Mag 7? Let's go check out the Mag 7. So we've got Nvidia, not really moved at all pre-market. We've got Apple up about $1 pre-market. Meta, same thing. So it doesn't seem like we get too much movement at all across the Mag 7 pre-market. Tesla, yeah. So they're all up or down around about $1, maybe $2, but nothing really at all. And that looks like it's perfectly reflected in the Mags ETF, which is up a whopping 20 cents nearly. So yeah, not much movement at all across the Mag 7 pre-market, which is reflected obviously on the S&P, kind of residing sideways-ish. But yeah, there we go. I wonder what caused this big 5-minute candle yesterday. I'm not too sure. On SPX, which then led over to Bitcoin, because it went up from kind of like 593 all the way up to 5657.
What wasn't it? Something like
when it reopened. Wasn't
it something like there was some news about China and US coming to new negotiations or something like that?
I'm not too sure. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but there we have it. Regardless, there we have it. Right, what have we got going on? On? Okay, but yeah, still kind of just we're not actually really any different to when we started streaming. I don't think. Kind of just in this little consolidation zone, aren't we now? Lower time frame, kind of just wedged within here. So we'll see if we get some movement on US Open, or is it a case of that the market is going to go sideways while we wait for FOMC to come tonight?
Yeah, sometimes it does, doesn't it? On FOMC days, they kind of like everything stalls until then, you know.
Yeah, it seems to be like it possibly might be the case. Mr. Delta says, good afternoon, groovers and shakers. How's it hanging? Got a stonk on? Always got a stonk on, mate. We've always got a stonk on the Stonksy channel. Trump saying something air-shattering will happen was the news. Yeah, was that what caused that candle? The fact that he's going to make an announcement on Thursday, Friday, or Monday. An announcement of an announcement. Groundbreaking stuff.
All right.
Absolutely groundbreaking. What have we got? What have we not checked in a while? XRP is, again, another one that's not really moved that much. Sol, BNB, Doge, ADA, TRX, Link. Yeah, we're not really getting too much. As you can see across altcoins, really, while some of them have moved up, some of them are still kind of flat compared to where they were at the start of the week. Sui's obviously one of the more interesting ones. Been getting some really nice volatility in it. Oh, look at Litecoin go. That had a superb move. And interestingly now, it's actually come out of this 5-minute interval, gone into a red background with a red arrow. So that is quite interesting on Litecoin there. Very interesting. But yeah, I mean, Stonksy 5-minute working its magic again with that double confirmation. Torn, H-bar. H-bar's adding a little nice one here. On the 5-minute hype. Dot. OM, which we have covered in depth. Jupiter, yeah. So, got some good movement for sure.
Yeah.
Some really nice movement. But are we going to get a little drop down? So Bitcoin's kind of coming in and testing the lows of this lower time frame consolidation in it here. We will soon see. But what I'll do, I'll close the poll in a minute. So if you do want to get your vote in on the poll for US Open, do get that in a second, and then I will close it and we'll see who's right, who's wrong on that. In the meantime, if you do want us to look at anything, do get your input in on the chat and we can look at any altcoins you wish. If you got any questions or thoughts or feelings, get them in the chat. We are an open forum. And of course, yeah, we can have a look at whatever you guys would like us to look at.
It's probably worth looking at Ethereum today, you know, because it's getting that Petra upgrade today, I think.
Yeah, that's gone live, I think, now, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it's gone live. So, that scared me. Did you hear that?
That's not your chair again, is it?
That's my chair again, yeah.
Have you not fixed it?
I've still not fixed it, no.
I'm
not fixed it.
I'm going to come round there with the Allen key one day.
I may indeed fix it today. Who knows? I doubt it, but I might do. I'm going to try and get this screw back in. Bear with. I'm still here.
Okay.
Info says crude and gold as always. Yeah, do you know what? Actually, I did tweet about something about gold on the Stonksy X account before. So we'll go and have a look at that. Right. What are we doing here? Where's this going in? Let's get this. Right, there we go. Right. There's the part-time fix again. All sorted. Right, I tell you what, actually, while my camera is off, I am going to just run to the toilet.
Okay, all right. I'll witter on about something while you're gone.
Yes.
Okay.
Please do, I won't be a second.
Okay. Right. So what he's on about is one of the arms on his chair keeps falling off, and I think he needs a 5mm Allen key to fix it, which he's got downstairs, and apparently he's upstairs now. And every time he goes downstairs, he forgets all about the chair. So he comes back up and then it's still not fixed. So I think we ought to remind him every day to, pop downstairs, get your Allen key, come back up and fix your chair properly. Right. I wonder if I can... I'm not sure if Dave wanted to show you gold and crude oil himself. I think I'll wait till he comes back to let him do that rather than me take the screen back. But yeah, gold, where is it? I know it was heading north last time I looked. At some point might have to retrace a little bit, I think, but I believe at the moment, you know, with markets being uncertain, people put money into gold because that's where people put money when things are uncertain. Mr. Delta said, "I have a friend called Alan Keyes." That's quite good. I used to have a girlfriend. Her best mate was called Teresa Green, which I thought was a great name.
What does that mean?
Hey, no, Mr. Delta saying he's got a friend called Alan Keyes.
Yeah,
I was saying I had a girlfriend and her best friend was called Teresa Green or Teresa Green.
Oh, right.
Trees are green, you know.
Yeah. Right. So what should we look at? What are we going to move on to?
Do crude oil and gold.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
I was going to take the screen, but I didn't want to jump in your shoes.
Right, yeah, let's go. Right. Okay, all sorted. Let's get the camera back on and let's go and look at gold and crude oil. There we go. Bang, bada boom, bada bow. I do actually have oil loaded up on here. So this is interesting. TradingView does something like this at the moment. I don't know if anyone has seen, but on certain assets, it'll put this like, I know it does this on the Bitcoin CME futures one as well, but it will put this kind of blue background on. And I don't really know what it represents because this came in on at 9:15, 9:15 last night, but then had kind of a gap all day. So I don't know what the gap's about.
I think what you've done, if you go down to the settings in the bottom corner, bottom right hand corner, and you've got more settings.
Yeah.
And you've got oh no, where is it? No, it's not there.
I don't know what I've done.
There's something somewhere which shows you the after hours trading. And I think I think that means that's the after hours.
Right, yeah, it must be.
I've forgotten where it is.
But on gold, on crude oil futures, we are hitting. Oh, this is actually. Oh, do you know what? We may have stumbled across something here with Stonksy on this 5 minute. This is the 5 minute chart. But if you notice, I mean, we had a superb run here. That's a great run on Stonksy on this 5 minute. Obviously, this one went against us by a little bit, but then this one closed around break even, but did get a nice push up again, another couple of dollars. But if we just go back and have a look, I mean, it caught this great big drop down here, caught this push up here, this obviously initial drop, and then it did actually close in negative, but obviously you would imagine you will have moved your stop to break even and stuff after it got this big drop here, maybe even trimmed some or closed it fully, I don't know. Did catch this great big drop here as well. Carry on having a look back. Bit of choppiness on it here. Got a nice drop here. That was a little push up, but closed around break even in the end. That was a nice move. Maybe we've stumbled onto something here on crude oil and Stonksy on the 5 minute double kind of. I suppose you could treat it as the double confirmation, or maybe you just go with the colours as well. But double confirmation seems to be working. I mean, look at that. Bang, there we go again. Bang, there we go again. Shame it didn't catch this push up here, but
have a look on the 6 minute.
I mean, look at that. Oh, look at that one. Oh, look at this one that it got here. Oh, bang, that big drop there. Big drop here again. Let's see the 6 minute. Let's see if the 6 minute can rival it. Hang on. Let it load up. So that was a nice push up there. Yeah, caught this big drop down here. That was I remember seeing that on the 5 minute. That was kind of the same. That was a nice push up there. Did catch that drop there. It looks a little bit similar, but I'm guessing there is probably, there will be some difference.
Yeah, I think it's slightly better on the 5 minute, isn't it, that one?
Yeah, it looks to be the way. Yeah, it does look to be the way. But that is some real nice moves captured by the 5 minute there. Who asked for that, was it? Oh, it was Enforce. He says, I took this sell a few minutes back on crude. So you've actually shorted crude then. Which Stonksy came in. It hasn't got the red background yet, but it did come in with a red arrow up here. And that has already dropped down quite nicely. But yeah, I mean, the 5 minute looks like it's been absolute joy, particularly when we got these double confirmations on the 5 minute. It's looked really, really nice. So definitely something to keep an eye on if you are trading crude oil futures. And obviously a Stonksy. If you don't have Stonksy, then where can you go and get it, mate?
There is a link in the chat. Is there a link in the chat yet?
It's in the description, but yeah, same thing, I suppose. Yeah, so do go and take advantage of that. You get yourself 20% off your first month of Stonksy. But we've got 31 people watching, so big thank you for watching. Let us know what you'd like us to look at anyway. But yeah, that's a great little find on there, because I don't think we've really covered crude much on stream before. But looking back on that 5 minute is an absolute joy. Yeah. Let's go and see gold. What was you saying, mate?
No, I was going to ask Enforce where he's trading these things.
Yeah, I imagine. I think they'll probably be on. Saying that, I don't actually know. I know someone told me. So for those of you who know Web3 Tom, he was in the chat before. He said that he went through a very. This was, when did he message me? I think it was about 2-3 weeks ago. He messaged to tell me that Stonksy was performing great on the 3 minute time frame on gold. Okay. Personally, I don't really trade gold that much, but I did go and look at it today because I thought, well, I wonder where gold is, and then I did see obviously this nice little long that it caught on gold on Stonksy here, moving in from Monday obviously towards this nice peak here yesterday, but still up very nicely from where it opened. And then, oh yeah, that was a nice one that it got back there. This is on the 1 hour time frame. Really nice one there. That was, when was that? So that's 9th of May. So that's nearly a month ago. 9th of April, sorry. But it did ride the trend up all the way. So that was really, I mean, for a move on gold, so you just got in around here. Even if you're not maybe going to sell the top, but even if you sold around here, or maybe just where Stonksy exited, that's 8% on gold. That's a big move, that, for gold. Big move. So yeah, really nice movement there. But yeah, I suppose it's a case of where is gold going to stop, and we just don't know, do we? We just do not know. I think while I've been doing that, Bitcoin is dropping down a little bit. Yeah, so it's kind of fell out of that low time frame range that it was trading within there.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, we've got 10 minutes until US Open. So let us know what you would like us to look at. If you have anything you would like us to look at. Oh, tell you what, mate. In other news, isn't the weather lovely?
Oh, okay. It looks nice here, but it's actually a bit chilly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Weather is absolutely stunning. I mean, I went on to the weather app before and I had a look, and the forecast anyway, obviously it can change massively, but for the next kind of 2 weeks, week and a half, it looks absolutely unbelievable.
Really?
Just sun every single day, like late teens, early 20s, every single day it's forecast for anyway. And that is all the way until a week on Friday. So yeah, kind of like week and a half-ish.
Isn't it something weird though? It's something like because of some pressure thingy. It's like weather coming from like Sweden or somewhere like that.
I don't know.
It's whatever it is. It's quite unusual apparently.
Yeah, but I have noticed. I don't know if anyone else notices this, but definitely I'd say probably over the past 5 years or so, there has been absolutely stunning weather around like April, May time. It's been great. And then kind of like June-ish, maybe even into July goes really rubbish. And then August is kind of like on and off in it. But it seems like the seasons have definitely kind of changed, doesn't it? Like, if we was getting this in the middle of June or middle of July, you'd be like, wow, what a scorcher this is for summer. But then again, I do remember, and I remember this quite well, in 2022 summer, I think it was around July or August time.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
It was like, yeah, because I remember it very, very well. It was like, late 20s, even into maybe, I think, into the 30s. It was so hot. It was unbelievable. Oh, I hope that we get something like that again. I really do.
I know, because that was the year I moved back from France, and I remember driving driving a van full of stuff back from the Alps, and we got to like Lyon or somewhere like that, and it was about 32 centigrade or so. And I was with my eldest daughter, and I was saying, "Oh, it's getting a bit warm now." And then we got to like sort of Dijon, and by then it was up to like 38,
Yeah.
and then it didn't get over 40. And then we got on the ferry, went over to England, stopped at the services in Ashford, Kent, and it was like 41. I was like, and that was the hottest I think I've ever known it in the UK, actually. But 41 centigrade, that was mad,
Yeah.
And I told my girls, I said, be aware about England because it rains 355 days a year. And of course, they're like, you lied, because that was 2022, and it was just amazing,
Sorry, mate. I was getting a really random phone call then.
All right, I thought you were just ignoring me.
No. I did hear most of that. Yeah, I really hope that we get something like that again. Really, really do.
Yeah, it would be nice.
It would be exceptional, that's for sure.
Actually, tell you what, this time last year, I was sort of in preparation for a wedding that I went to in Scotland on June the 1st, and I was thinking June the 1st, Scotland, don't really know what to expect really. And it was a kind of outdoor sort of wedding, so everyone's camping and staying in yurts, all that kind of thing, and the ceremony was outside, and I was thinking like, this could be terrible. This could be just like everyone would be walking around dressed up in mud and stuff. So, I was prepared, I'd my tent and sort of like waterproof gear and boots, all that sort of stuff. What I didn't take with me was sunscreen because it was so hot. It was like the nicest weather I've ever known in Scotland. It was beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, lovely day.
Very nice. Yeah, I went to a wedding last June as well. Wasn't in Scotland, but yeah, it was a nice wedding. Yeah, the day was really nice as well. And yeah, it was where the wedding was. It was lovely, nice little outdoor bit as well. It was like kind of in some woodland. You wouldn't even know it was there unless you drove down the road. So yeah, it was really nice. So yeah, big up to the good old weather. We've got 38 people watching. Wow, we are hitting some good algorithmic people today, aren't we? If you haven't already, out to you legends that are watching, do like the stream. But we're up to 33 likes now, so we're pushing very good. Now 30 votes on the poll. Let's end it there. 67 of people think that we're going up on the US Open, so we'll see how that goes. Currently Stonksy has been riding this 1 minute time frame very nicely, but yeah, currently riding it to the downside here as we lead in, which looks like the S&P is kind of either leading or following, whichever one you want, to the downside into the open. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I mean, if we can get some kind of hold on Bitcoin, what we don't want to happen is kind of a similar story to last time, innit, where it kind of just obviously got all the way up here and then it was just really like a consistent, there wasn't even really any significant bounce here, was it? It was just kind of just like down, and then obviously just giga down here for a couple of hours. If we can kind of just range anywhere around here, which, maybe even gives you your fill, mate, that you're looking for on that move. But if we can just kind of stay in here and maybe range, then maybe build up. Obviously, we don't want to see any extensive ranging like we got here. That would just be mind-numbing. But if we can just, if it just sticks around here for maybe today and tomorrow, maybe just kind of whipsaws, and then maybe just build some more liquidity to the upside. And then if we are going to get a push up, uses that to push up. I don't know. But yeah, ideally, I mean, if you're looking for upside, we don't want to see just a slow bleed down again.
Yeah, although I did become jealous of your short the other day.
Did you?
I did, actually, yeah.
Well, now you know how I felt for like a week and a half, pushing on 2 weeks of you just absolutely lapping it up over them longs.
Yeah. Well, I still am, but I'd like one of each though. I'd like a, I'd like a short that sort of, from like, I don't know. I mean, how high could we go from here? Do you reckon?
What, before we get any significant pullback?
Yeah.
I think this is something. I do think what I covered before is an area to watch. If we go and have a look, I think the reaction or at this kind of area here, maybe we come and take out this wick as well. I don't know, but I do think that would be like to me that would be a clearance of quite like high time frame liquidity there, because as soon as you start getting above here, then you really are then starting. There's not really much stopping the push towards all-time high then, or at least in towards this kind of daily supply zone here. This might be a bit of a struggle in and around, because you can see where all the wicks were firing into here and just being rejected. So kind of around there looks like it may be a bit of a struggle because of the constant rejection and long upper wicks into there. So that seems to be like maybe potentially a struggle into supply, but you're marginally away from all-time high then. I really don't know is the question. I'm fascinated to see the answer if it can get up here, but I think maybe clearance of this wick or maybe both. I don't know if that then leads to a more significant pullback. Maybe then it comes for all of these here that are built up there and then kind of puts in like a higher low, and then then it's ready. I could probably sit here and draw 50 different scenarios, but I do think this will be a pivotal point. If it can hold 100k and kind of not get dragged down, then maybe we do see a push into 100Ks.
Right.
I mean, the thing is, the strength on it is there, isn't it? Every time it dips, it gets bought back up so strongly and so quickly.
It does.
Like the strength on it is like really, really strong. So, yeah, I'm interested to see what it does around 100k if it gets there. But
yeah. I actually wonder if there's a lot of kind of newer people who've been sort of buying a bit over the last few weeks, and when it gets 100k they'll just think, oh yeah, I'm going to sell it and then I'm out. So it might get a bit of a psychological rejection at 100k.
Yeah.
Even though the actual technical levels are a little bit higher.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you might also get just people who maybe wish that they'd sold there anyway. Maybe people thinking like Bitcoin was at 100k, like, why did I not just sell? And then if it gets back there, maybe they'll look to offload. I don't know. It's definitely interesting for sure. But I think if we can clear 100k or hold it, then it may be on track to then start pushing back up. I mean, it's pretty remarkable how close it is from the high already, isn't it? Like, how far away are we from the high? We're not really that far, are we? By the looks of it.
Wow.
So we are 13%. Well, 13.34 to be precise. But even in towards this kind of daily supply zone here, that's only a 9-10% move. It's not really a lot at all, is it? Like it kind of looks and feels a lot more than it is. I think it kind of sounds and feels like a more monumental task than maybe it actually is. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Ding-a-ling.
Is it? Oh, hang on. I was a whole minute late then, nearly.
But you made up for it with a minute's worth of bell ringing.
Yeah, it's a good job you said that. I'm sure someone in the chat would have pointed out. We've got 40 viewers, though, so big thank you for joining today. It's great to see you all. Do make sure you drop a like on the stream and subscribe if you happen to be new. And I suppose with that many viewers, we should showcase what Stonksy is. So what is Stonksy? Stonksy is this indicator that you see on the background. So it's made of several different working parts. We've obviously got the background color change here, which identifies long and short opportunities in the market. Now, it's worth noting Stonksy works on everything. So Bitcoin, altcoins, stocks, gold, crude oil, everything. Works on everything you can load up on TradingView and every time frame. It also makes up of bullish, bearish arrow confirmations, automated SR lines as well are drawn on for you, and a couple of other features as well inside the indicator. We also run a private Discord, which is locked and only for users. So as long as you're a Stonksy user, you get access to the Discord server. And we also run trading bots on BLOFIN. So currently we have 2 running on BLOFIN, but we do have free will to open as many as we want. But yeah, if you do want to get Stonksy, obviously, like I said, you get access to everything, full package, and you get superb value for money there. You can get 20% off your first month on a monthly plan. So click the second link in the description and then hop over to the website, click start now. And then on this monthly plan, you'll get 20% off this cost. Click the monthly box and then you'll create your account and then use code BOT20 here. It is also in the description on checkout to get you 20% off your first month. And the best thing is it is no contract. So it's just a monthly roll-in plan. You're not tied in for a certain amount of time or whatever. So come and give it a try for a month. It'd be great to see you. Obviously, great to see you in the Discord. And yeah, we can get you whitelisted for the trading bots and indicator straight away. So yeah, if you happen to be new watching or you're interested in what Stonksy is, drop any questions in the chat now. If you have any questions around Stonksy or how the plan works or whatever, get them into the chat and we can answer them for you right away. So yeah, I'm interested because we've got great viewership today. Big thank you for everyone that joined.
Yeah.
And that's a superb reaction on open as well.
I know.
Big push up. Looks like the S&P's pushing up as well. What's this? But yeah, strong open. Strong open. Yeah, for those of you that don't have Stonksy and got any questions, let me know in the chat. Or let me know in the chat if you're going to go and get it. Do take advantage of that offer though, because we won't be running this bot 20 discount forever. So yeah, go and take advantage. Here it is. And yeah, 20% off this. So come down to £116 a month if you're wondering. £116 it is for your first month. So yeah, hopefully see you in the Discord server if you decide to join. It'd be great to see some people over there from the stream. But it looks like no one's really got any questions. So if you do have any at any time, do pop them in. Whether that be about the indicator, about the plan, about the bots, whatever. Come and drop them in and we can answer them for you. But currently as it stands, Bitcoin is just shy of $97,000. We did go into the green and started to push back up. And if we scroll over to the S&P, yeah, we did get this push up on here as well. So if we can get some strength coming in on this today, perhaps it may just give Bitcoin room to maybe even start nudging towards 98k. Who knows?
Yeah. That's what it needs, isn't it?
Yeah.
It needs that.
Dimitri says, pump on first hour US Open. Do you tend to find it's bearish rest of the day? Not necessarily, no. You do kind of perhaps get some reversal like we're seeing now, but I don't think it really tends to decide the whole day, no. You might get a reversal of the move, but then I wouldn't necessarily say it depicts the whole day. You sound like you're enjoying something there, mate. What you having?
Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine.
So I'm nibbling tofu again. Got a bit of a tofu habit.
What tofu are you having?
It's just nothing flavored, you know. It's yeah, just that stuff from Aldi, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I've seemed to have got myself addicted to it a little bit.
Oh yeah. Wait, so is it the sweet chili one or the smoked one?
It's none. It's just the sort of plain one.
Oh right, oh right.
I mean, I've been sticking it in curries and stuff like that, but I just fancy just nibbling something. So that's what I had. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't realize you could hear.
It was only very slight. It was
Okay.
literally only very slight. Don't worry. Pappy says, smash the like. How are we all doing? Yes, Pappy, joining the stream. How are we, mate? Great to see you. Thank you for joining. I'm all right, mate. How are you? How are you? We got James saying nibbling plain tofu is so weird. Hey, no judgment, James. No judgment. If Save wants to have some tofu, plain tofu, then leave him alone. But I agree, it's half weird. No, it's not. I used to eat tofu myself. I used to eat tofu quite a bit, to be honest.
And then you got a life.
Yeah, we can all agree though, eating plain tofu is still not as weird as boiling chicken.
No.
Nothing will ever be as weird as boiling chicken. And he has just gone off the map, hasn't he? I think he might. Imagine if it just turns out he was a bot.
Yeah. But who we're talking about is
ICT.
Yeah, which said ICT I can't trade, wouldn't it? So
yeah,
yeah. Which I thought was quite a weird name to have, isn't it? You know, it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway,
absolutely.
He seems to have gone, as you say.
He has. He disappeared into the ether. Right, we do have. Pappy said he's long on tier, so I'm trying to find tier on my list to pull up and have a look.
Well, that was one of the ones I was looking at earlier on. That
here it is, tier.
Had that absolutely beautiful 6-minute green.
Yeah.
background.
Oh yeah, I remember. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that for Stonksy there. So obviously, we got this big drop down. We've had a couple of instances of, just in and out of green and red backgrounds. But in terms of the bigger trades, caught this great big drop down here and then into the green background for the whole rally. Then, yeah, a bit of choppiness, bit of chopping around here. But then into the red background and just, that is just superb. What a nice... currently stands out from open-ish around this little segment here, the first couple of hours of opening it. Around 15% drawdown, which is amazing. What a move. But I think, yeah, maybe we're going to see this shift out of the red soon because it kind of does look like, doesn't it, that maybe it is rounding off a little bit.
Yeah, I'll put that on the 5 or 6 minute and we'll see what's going on since yesterday.
Oops, hang on. I've still got my tool out. So this is interesting. It's actually in a 5-minute double confirmation. So I think it'd be interesting to come back tomorrow. Bar obviously Bitcoin just ruining the whole market party. If Bitcoin stays decent, if this kind of looks like one of them really nice 5-minute moves, I think it's got the potential to, because yeah, if you look on the 1 hour, had a nice pull down here as well. That got a nice bounce too. But if you look on the 1 hour, you can definitely see while it's still in the red background and catching that move down, it is starting to kind of show signs, isn't it, of rounding off on the bottom maybe.
Yeah, and just imagine if that does something like what it did before, where it went from red to green, and then
yeah,
that could be a monster move, couldn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, very interesting. We'll keep an eye on Tia, and I'm definitely interested to come back on tomorrow's stream and see where this 5 minutes. So we'll have a look. So obviously at the time of watching it, it's around 2:40 with the green background opening, and then we have had the green arrow here. So I'm interested to come back and have a look, see what's happened to this tomorrow. But it looks like we are back above. Yeah, we are. We're back above 97k on Bitcoin. What a move! What a move! Big strong move on open. What else have we got? We got Jason Garmy says, does the chart show where Stonksy closed the trade? For what, mate? Do you mean in terms of the bot? No, so the copy trade on BLOFIN shows you where all the trades are opened and closed. In terms of the actual indicator itself, so whatever time frame you're looking at it, it's just when obviously the background ends. So it depends if you mean the indicator or the bot. Hoping for a big one. It looks like it may be rounding off on the 1 hour, yeah. So maybe it does get some sort of kind of explosive upside move. Kev, it is 7 o'clock UK time, mate. 7 o'clock UK time, or if you're elsewhere in the world, do 6 p.m. UTC conversion into whatever time zone you're in. So, a couple of hours, 4 hours, 15 minutes-ish. No, that's not right. 3 hours, 15 minutes-ish. No, that's not right either. 4 hours, 15 minutes, innit? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, one explosive move that was.
Yeah.
Let's see what ETH's doing. Yeah, so ETH has had its Petra upgrade today, hasn't it?
I know.
So I don't know exactly what that is going to do for ETH.
Nothing.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know what it does for the main net either. Maybe we could go and have a look to see if there's any sort of story about it. I keep having to grab a drink because it is quite hot.
Actually, I'm just going to fill my glass up. I'll back in a sec.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right, I'm back.
Right. Yeah. Nice little. I've drank so much water today already.
Good.
Good to keep hydrated, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Especially on a double stream day.
Yeah. Well, I reckon as long as nothing goes wrong, I think Bitcoin's looking really good. You know.
Yeah, it looks kind of tasty, doesn't it?
As long as
I mean, that. Oh yeah. I mean, look at it go. Well, it looks like it maybe is definitely at least coming for these highs. It's yet to take out these highs from last week. So if we mark this on, let's mark on the actual high. So that's just shy of 98k. It looks like it's definitely on a mission, doesn't it? To maybe go for that at least. But I do agree. I mean, if we do get some kind of, as long as the market doesn't poop itself, then maybe we are on course for a 100k tag this week. It's not even. Well, I think it's interesting when you look at it because on the chart like that, it's not that far away at all, is it? On the chart.
No, I mean, this time last week we were in the 80s, weren't we? And like, we're like up 10 grand. So
it's just shy of a 3% move. To
it's so weird how you get used to the different levels, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, who's going to send us there? Is it going to be Sailor and his friends? People have been buying Bitcoin like maniacs, though, haven't they? This past couple of days / week, I think Metaplanet's bought more. Some other companies bought more as well. I'd never heard of, but they've been accumulating Bitcoin. There's another company that is trying to raise like 500 million, I think, to buy Bitcoin. I can't remember what their name is. But yeah, pretty wild.
I've been watching that. I mentioned that YouTube channel of that guy who it's called something like Road to 1 Bitcoin or something.
Yeah.
And at the time, the guy had like 3 videos. He had like sort of 2,000 subscribers. He's now got about 2,500 subscribers. He's done like 4 videos, and but all he does is like go for a little walk and then talk about how he's going to DCA into Bitcoin. That's all he does. So
it's wild, that, isn't it?
I know. So I mean, all I can assume is that obviously it's a new channel, so you might get a bit of YouTube sort of favoritism for a little while, which I think sometimes happens, or the fact that people are actually interested in buying a Bitcoin, and like how feasible it is to buy 1 Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not interested in trading or anything like that, and he's literally just talking about putting odds and end on just rubbish around the house, putting it on eBay and selling it and buying some Bitcoin with it. But it makes me think that people are actually generally interested in stacking Bitcoin.
Yeah, it seems that way for sure. It definitely seems that way. I don't know. Like, in my mind, I still think we have one massive clear out though over the next couple of years. Like, I still think it will at some point be a lot lower than it is now. It's just
me too. Yeah.
So there will be time, I think, to start nibbling on it from much lower down. But
yeah. Okay, so that's pulling back a bit now. So
yes, it is. I'm waiting to see if we get a Stonksy bingo as well. A Stonksy background on the 1 minute. Oh, we've got Pappy saying, SWC, are you doing the Manchester meetup? Have you took full responsibility on this? Have you?
I don't know. When is it?
We haven't even planned anything. We haven't planned anything yet.
Does that mean I have to dox myself?
I suppose you will in person, yeah. As I will.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, but many people have already met me, like Justin, Jalapeno, Wiz, Tomo, a few others. They've all met me. Which, if you are going to Zebu live in London, then you will also see us there as well. That's at the end of October.
Yeah, maybe I'll just have a name badge saying ICT or something, and then I'll just talk about chicken all the time.
Just talk about boiled chicken. Pappy says all the girls down the docks have met you, Dave. Lies. Lies. Right, let's see what... Should we have a look, see what everything else is doing, right? So we've got the S&P kind of having a nasty 1 minute candle there. Bit of a nasty 1 minute candle, which I'm guessing has pulled Bitcoin back quite significantly.
They did.
We've got everything kind of looking very similar. The thing is, altcoins haven't really changed their outlook, have they? Over the past couple of days. Even with that pump up on Bitcoin, but we are okay. So we're entering a red background now on the 1 minute. So maybe this is one of them ones where we've pumped into kind of like the first 15-20 minutes. Are we going to get a pullback now on the market like we got? And this is just, the importance of keeping track of what the S&P is doing, because Bitcoin is kind of just being dragged along for the ride still. Yeah. Despite obviously the calls for it, it's most definitely not decoupled. So you can just see the similarities and where the S&P gives Bitcoin the green light to go up, or kind of just drags it down with it. But I'm kind of thinking maybe we do just... I mean, it could be wrong. We could go in any direction, but maybe we just kind of stick chopping around until FOMC.
Yeah, probably. So what I'd like to know is who's coming tonight to the FOMC stream?
Yeah, who's coming?
Who's coming?
We are streaming tonight. Let us know. I hope some of you are going to make it down for it. We will be going, for everyone wondering, obviously it should be scheduled as well. I don't know if it shows on YouTube, but definitely once we've ended this stream, it will show the scheduled one. So we'll be going live around 6:45 UK time. 6:45 UK time, and then obviously that'll give us 15 minutes to see where Bitcoin's at. Rate decision comes out at 7. Then we'll have half an hour to kind of watch what Bitcoin does and the market. And then Powell will start his press conference at 7:30. And then around 15 minutes after that, we'll have the Q&A from Powell and the press. And then that'll be it. We'll kind of watch what Bitcoin's doing while Powell's speaking. I need to make sure that I load up that website as well to watch the live stream. But yeah, do make sure that you join us.
So you've got that.
Obviously, we'll be tweeting out. We'll put it in the Discord and all that good stuff.
So you've got that scheduled for
6:45.
Okay. I think I can put that in the chat. Actually, I think I can. Let me try it.
Do make sure as well, if you're looking to trade anything, you do sign up to BLOFIN. First link in the description. You do get yourself some nice welcome bonuses, but the main thing is, obviously, it's non-KYC, so you create an account with just an email, and you do that really quickly as well in under a minute. So yeah, do make sure you check that out, and yeah, sign up on the Stonksy link to get yourself some nice welcome bonuses. It is the best non-KYC exchange out there. Pappy says, are you going to Zebu? I will be, mate, yeah. We'll be going to Zebu Live this year in October. But if you don't buy your tickets yet, because normally we can get some kind of, I think it's like, I don't know whether it's a discount code or what, with CSE has a discount code normally, I think. So hold fire on getting you, if you're looking on coming, hold fire on getting your tickets yet. But what we did last year was, obviously, because Stonksy really hadn't got going properly that much. I think it had only been going a couple of weeks. It was mainly organised in the CSE Discord. But yeah, we will be able to kind of give an idea of where, you know, what area everyone's staying in, because we all kind of stayed in the same area last year. We stayed in Greenwich. So, yeah, everyone kind of just got in the one or two hotels close to each other. It was good, really good do. Really good do.
So where's the actual venue?
So last year it was, I can't remember where it was last year, but it's changed for this year. So don't actually know where the venue is. It's in London somewhere, but I don't know where.
Okay. I used to live just near Greenwich. I used to live in Westcombe Park. It's quite cool.
Ah, right, okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
Top ticket is 1,000. Wow. That is dear. I think the normal ticket's not that expensive though. Just like an entry level ticket, I think is like 100 quid maybe. I don't know, for both days. It's Tobacco Dock. That's it, yeah. The wherever that is, the Tobacco Dock. Whereabouts is that?
It's Docklands. it's just over the river from Greenwich, you know, that sort of area there.
Oh, what, on the northern side?
Yeah, just though. It's it's that kind of loopy bit that it's quite hard to describe, but it's in the middle of the city.
Right,
sort of.
Okay.
But by the
says early bird tickets are like 50 quid. Well, the thing is, it comes round so quick. It does come round really quick. Like, you know, before we know it, it'll be August, September, October. So, yeah, it should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, very much looking forward to it. But how much are they? I think they're like £50. Pappy said, and I think you get both day access to that as well. You get access to both days, but yeah, there should be ideally, I think, a big group of us. From like Spud will be there, obviously from over at CSE. Spud will be there, Wiz will be there. Who else pops in here? That'll be there. A few other people will be there as well. So last year there was about 15 of us that went down last year. It was a good time, really good time. And we all went for a drink and stuff afterwards. Yeah, it was good. I'll be hoping for a discount. Be good. Yeah, just hold fire with me. I'll speak to Spud and see if he's got a link. Yeah, that we can put out into here as well. That'll be good. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we will end the stream there. It's been a great stream. Absolutely superb. So big thank you to everyone that joined. Make sure if you haven't already, you drop a like, do subscribe, and make sure you check them links in the description as well. Obviously, sign up to BLOFIN like I just mentioned, but do make sure if you're not on Stonksy yet, you come and take advantage of that 20% off for your first month. Links in the description with the discount code, and yeah, just click the monthly button and then pop the code in at checkout, bot20 for the 20% off. Get access to the indicator, your Discord server, and of course the trading bots on BLOFIN. So yeah, do take advantage of that. It'd be great to see you in the Discord. But yeah, we will leave it there, and obviously we'll be coming back in a few hours, in just under 4 hours time. So yeah, we'll be going live again. Look out for the notification and come and join us to watch the interest rate and reaction. And then obviously we'll be watching Powell speak as well. But yeah, take it easy, and I'll catch you all in a few hours. Ciao for now. Save any leaving message.
See you later, and above all, tell your friends.
Yeah, that's it. Bye for now. See you soon.